you know, it was a good race for me. It was, you know, we hung in there in a good solid third. Never were really challenged for that spot, and then there about halfway through the race, I caught up to Blake and, you know, put a good charge in to run him down for second and passed him. You know, he made a little mistake and I got by him, which I wasn't planning on. I planned on just kind of running and having somebody to chase there for a few laps, and then he made that mistake and I wasn't going to just sit back and let him pull back in line. I figured I'd go and see what I had if I could get away, and you know, Blake made a move on me, a good pass on the brakes down into turn 8, I think it was, and you know, from there it was just kind of bring it home, don't do anything stupid, and bring the Team Hero EBR 1190 RS, you know, in on the podium.
Danny Eslick!
Up front's definitely you know, where I want to be, and over the past couple of years, kind of have grown to try to stay there at the front. So no, that was good. But racing with Blake was fun. You know, we've had some good races over the years and been teammates, and you know, I know it stepped his game up whenever, because I know he can hear my EBR out there behind him, and I know it stepped his game up, and I think he had a pretty good idea somebody was catching him, but I don't think he knew who it was till he heard me, and especially when he saw me go by, and I think that lit a fire under him and you know, got him going again.
Blake, you and Danny sure put on a show for everybody. Did you know he was there?
Oh yeah.
If you look back at Daytona, Atlanta, yeah, our results weren't that good, so that kind of hurts confidence sometimes. But you know, working with the crew that I've got with Perry and Rick and Ed, and you know, Geoff's team and you know, his side of the team, and everybody that's just putting their heads together and making the Team Hero EBR 1190 RS work so good, and you know, it's, you know, credit to the team and the confidence that they give me and the bike is giving me right now. It shows on the racetrack, and you know, we can get up there and finish in the top 3. I don't know, something with me and the track. I've gotten along with this place over the years. I don't know what it is, just kind of suits my riding style, and if we get the bike working good, then I've had pretty good results. I think since 2005 or 6, I've finished no worse than sixth, I think, here. So those aren't bad stats for, you know, since 2005 or 6. That's a few years without finishing outside the top 5 or 6. That's pretty solid, I think. Other teams were developing the bikes that we're racing against right now, you know, then, and this thing was pretty much still on the drawing board. So, you know, it says a lot for Eric Buell Racing, and you know, for Eric and you know, the employees in East Troy. I'm definitely excited about my podium, and you know, don't want to jump the gun or shoot myself in the foot, but you know, I'd like to stay there, you know, around the top 5. You know, it doesn't have to be on the podium every weekend. This is the development year and the learning year, and you know, we're going to have our ups and downs, and yesterday was definitely a high for us, and you know, hopefully we can keep that momentum rolling, and you know, I'd like to get up there and you know, race with Blake again today if I can, and you know, if not, 3rd, 5th, somewhere in there, I'm still going to be happy with it. You know, we can't, just because we got 3rd once, we can't expect to be there week in and week out. I mean, these guys are the class of the field and are the top dogs, so we're going to do what we can to run with them and put the 1190 RS in the front.
I mean, it's huge. I knew that we could do this. I knew it was obtainable. I knew it'd take a lot of hard work, a lot of effort, and a lot of time. You know, and Eric believed in me, he picked me up, and a lot of people spoke real highly about me as far as my former employers, and he gave me a shot, and man, we haven't stopped. We've just been digging deep for the past 2 years, and it's finally paying off, all that hard work. And we're there. We're in the window now. We've got the bike comfortable for Danny and I. We're not going away. We're going to see multiple podiums, and we're going to fight for race wins here really soon. This is the hardest track we race at physically, because it's so short and kind of compacted, and how much you have to go from left to right, right to left. It's the transitioning that kind of wears people out, and the heavy braking. Well, you know, we don't have any electronic aids like the other guys have. Wheelie control. You can really see it on Josh and Blake's bike, where the thing will take a set and it'll tote the front wheel 2 inches off the ground and go. Ours, it'll start wheeling in and just go sky high, climb the chain, and you're having to, like Danny and I have commented, at Road Atlanta coming out of the last corner, we're sliding things sideways, we're on the rear brake, we're modulating the throttle, and we're using our upper body to throw it over to the left to get the front wheel down. We're working 5 times as hard to go through one corner. than what Josh and Blake are doing with you know, the electronic aids. Well, I mean, it definitely depends on what happens next year with the rules package and electronics. If you know, they stay as they are, we'll definitely have to do what Yosh and Yamaha are doing, and when in Rome, you got to do as the Romans do, and we'll have to put all the high-dollar gadgets on our bike and go after those guys. And I think that it's not the end-all be-all solution, you know, but I think it's definitely worth a half a second at some racetracks from what I've seen out of what Josh and Blake can do on their motorcycles. I think the biggest thing is it's become a lot more comfortable and more forgiving for Danny and I. Danny is one of the most talented riders I've ever seen with just his bike control and ability to slide a motorcycle and do things you're not supposed to be able to do. My talent is corner speed and getting the most out of the thing. Yeah, you know, we still work together. Like, he gave me room today. He didn't let me by, but he didn't make it harder for me to get by and go to the front. I think that he knew he was kind of falling off the pace, and he kind of gave me room to get by him and then tried to latch on and help. You know, I'd tow him to the front, take him with me. And we've talked about it. It's like, hey, let's not fight in the first half of the race. Let's work together to get to the front. And then the last 5 laps, you know, may the best man win. And the two of us together, we kind of push each other to the front, and we have some really good people behind us that have made the bikes more comfortable for us to ride. I mean, from Jennings, let's say if we were to go back to Jennings right now, we'd probably go 1 second faster. That's how far the bike has come in just this short a time. What we know and the data we've been able to collect, you know, we've only done, I think this will be the 5th or 6th race weekend on the bike. Those guys have been racing revisions or that bike for, this is the 4th season. So that's our shortcoming, and this is a very bumpy racetrack. A lot of wheeling, a lot of spinning of the tire. Yeah, the torque helps, but just from going off of the past 2 years of developing this bike with the 1125, it was one of the hardest racetracks for us. So we really didn't expect to come here and do this well. I have high hopes that we can fight for the win, or at least I can fight for the win. At Miller, it suits my riding style, and I'm going to go all out. I'm not going to leave anything on the table. You know, for me personally, it's my favorite racetrack, and there's no bumps there really, per se. And every corner there is all about corner speed, and that's what this bike does best. So we both believe in this project, and we're going to work together to get these bikes to the front.